Hey guys, so you've probably heard about Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's coming out in March, and it's been all over the news, not for good reasons though. It's been kind of controversial because it turns out it has a lot of stuff in common with a lot of those DEI games. Well, Assassin's Creed Shadows is having an even worse week now because they just announced that their game leaked. That's right, leaked copies of Assassin's Creed Shadows actually are on the market right now and people are playing the game. I don't know why they didn't have any safeguards against it, but apparently it's true. Assassin's Creed themselves put out this statement. They said, "Hello everyone, we are aware players have accessed Assassin's Creed Shadows ahead of its official release. The development team is still working on patches to prepare the experience for launch, and any footage shared online does not represent the final quality of the game. Leaks are unfortunate and can diminish the excitement for players. We kindly ask you not to spoil the experience for others. Thank you to our community for already taking steps to protect everyone from spoilers. Stay in the shadows, avoid the spoilers, and keep an eye on our channel for more official surprises in the coming weeks. March 20th will be here soon." So yeah, the game leaked and it doesn't look like Ubisoft is going to be able to do anything about it. I mean, if all they can say is please don't leak the stuff on social media, then you know that they think that it's bad enough that they can't do anything to stop it, which is kind of weird because you would think there would be some kind of kill switch in the game to stop it from being played before the actual release date, but I guess not. And it kind of sucks for Ubisoft because people who actually look at the leaks will have seen an unfinished version of the game. Obviously, with most games now, when you buy the disc on day one, there isn't even a game on it. I don't know why Ubisoft decided to put the actual game on the disc. I'm happy they did. That's actually kind of a cool move for Ubisoft. But what that means is that everybody playing the leaked versions, they're not playing the complete version that's going to be put out on release. And as bad a rep as Assassin's Creed Shadow has, I don't think that it's fair that people are going to end up judging the game based on an unfinished state. Now that being said, it does kind of look like from some of the development updates that we've seen that when the game launches, it also may not be in a fully developed state. If that happens, that's on them. This is on the leakers, unfortunately. And I've seen a lot of theories about how the leak got around, how people got early copies, early discs for Assassin's Creed Shadows, but the number one theory that I've seen is that it had to do with the delay. You see, way back in January, Assassin's Creed delayed the game's launch by over a month. Originally, it was supposed to release in February, but now it's releasing on March 20th. And it seems like internally there wasn't a lot of communication about the delay before it was announced to the public, which a lot of companies do hide news like that because it could be used for insider trading. However, it seems like the prevailing theory as to how this version got leaked was that maybe the shipment of games had already been scheduled before the delay, and that shipment wasn't stopped, and it went out and games were sitting in a warehouse somewhere where somebody probably went in and took a couple. Now that is a crime, and whoever did it is probably going to get in a lot of trouble. However, that doesn't change the reality for Assassin's Creed Shadows, that now people have seen what the game looks like, they've seen some of the early story, they've seen everything, and all of it's not what it's going to be like on release day. So it's not a great thing, and it really is just another bit of salt in the wound for poor old Ubisoft here, who really need this game to do well, because recently they haven't had a lot of success in the game market, and Assassin's Creed Shadows was already fighting an uphill battle. You see, Assassin's Creed has had a lot of negative attention, mostly from people calling out the DEI stuff. For instance, you're playing as an African American in Japan. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Now, historically, Ubisoft argues that the guy that you're playing as was a legitimate samurai. However, a lot of Japanese cultural historians seem to disagree with that, and it doesn't seem like Ubisoft really thought through the optics of playing a game where you're an African American man in Japan going around and, you know, it's Assassin's Creed, so you're offing just Japanese people. It's like they didn't think the optics through. Now, of course, you can also play as a small little ninja woman, and that's fine. I mean, that makes sense for Japan. I'm not sure why they didn't go with a Japanese samurai for a game about Japanese culture, but whatever, it's not my job. However, it does seem to be that they don't really know what they're doing when it comes to Japanese culture, because one of the scandals that Assassin's Creed got into was they released a little toy miniature of the two main characters, the ninja girl and Yasuke, the samurai guy, standing in front of a one-legged torii gate. Now, unfortunately for Ubisoft, the one-legged torii gate does have some historical connotation in Japan, and it's not really the cultural icon that you want to use for a video game, because the one-legged torii gate is tied to the Shano Shrine, which was a remnant of a shrine that was left over after the nuclear bombing on Nagasaki. There's a lot of historical context. People see the one-legged torii gate and they think about the horrific bombing in Nagasaki. So of course, Ubisoft did have to get rid of this figure. They had to recall it. They had to be like, oh, we're sorry, we're going to change the figure, as you can see here. After reading and processing the feedback, we've immediately returned to the drawing board and are currently reworking the design of Collector's Assassin's Creed Shadows, Yasuke and Noe. Stay tuned. And also, they apologized for the harm that it caused. I mean, I don't think it caused any harm. It was just kind of insensitive. And then more recently, actually, just today, they got into more controversy because they put out this tweet. And then somebody saw this today and they realized, hey, wait a sec, this is a boba tea set for the Japanese game. Why are they making boba tea for Japanese games? Boba tea's not Japanese. So if we look up here, is boba boba tea Japanese? No, boba tea, also known as bubble tea, is not Japanese. It originated in Taiwan in the 1980s, making it a Taiwanese drink. So people were saying, oh, it's insensitive because, you know, they're just saying boba tea because they think all Asian cultures are the same. I don't really know if that's a fair criticism because, I mean, when you think about boba tea, it is pretty big in Japan. I mean, even the top result in Google does say that it is prevalent in Japan and has been since the 90s. So I don't know if it's actually fair for them to criticize this and say that it is insensitive. I think that overall, you know, they probably just thought, oh, people in Japan like bubble tea, let's release this. But it doesn't stop people from being mad about it. I mean, you can see the #1 DEI hater, Rums, is in the comments pointing out that it's a Taiwanese drink. So, like I said, Assassin's Creed Shadows is not having a great week, a great year, or a great time in general. Of course, that could change when the game actually launches at its $70 price, which is probably a little much for an Assassin's Creed game in 2025, but who am I to judge? What do you guys think? Are you upset about the leaks? Do you think that Assassin's Creed Shadows will be affected by the leaks? Do you think that it's going to really harm them? Or do you think the damage was already done to their reputation because of all the DEI stuff and all the scandals that have been around the game? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and God bless you.